What in the hell? A hollow fiend! Get back! Damn, this guy is big. Who can command such a thing? Not Moloch, that's for sure. Stay focused.
Hello guys, hope all of you are doing well. Welcome back to my channel Lowest End Gaming. Today I am going to play another new game called Darksiders Genesis on Intel UHD 620 iGPU. Those who are curious, my HP 250 G7 notebook laptop has Intel Core i5 8th generation processor at 1.6 GHz speed with 16GB dual channel DDR4 RAM and 256GB NVMe SSD. And my operating system is Windows 11 64-bit. So friends, let's see how this spin-off game of Darksiders series performs on my laptop. But before that, if you like this type of low-end gaming content and want to support small creators like me, then please hit that like button, give hype and subscribe to my channel and help me to reach my target of 1000 subscribers.
Look who it is. Strife.
You know who I am?
Yeah. I met your sister once. She was a lot bigger than you. But not as pretty. What do you want, little horseman?
Malgros the Defiler, for conspiring with Lucifer, committing countless crimes against all of creation, and by order of the Council, I hereby sentence you to death.
Who? You come into my place alone, threaten me, and think you're just walking out of here.
It does sound funny hearing you say it.
I'm gonna count to 3. If you're still standing here, I'm gonna defile your corpse in ways you can't possibly imagine. Feed what's left to my boys. Horse meat's their favorite. 1,
2, 3! Sorry. We're in a hurry. Oh, and, I'm not alone.
Friends, I am going to play this game at 1366 x 768 resolution and I have reduced all other graphical settings to low. Now, let's start the game.
Do not mourn.
Do not doubt. Your actions in Eden were tragic, but necessary.
Eden was intended for humanity, not the Nephilim. It was a great victory for the balance. For you, Horseman.
Victory?
Where are death and fury?
It matters not. Your purpose lies elsewhere. Lucifer, Lord of all hells, yet plots humanity's downfall.
Weak though they may seem, these fledgling creatures are integral to the balance.
We believe the demon Samael, Lord of Blackstone Keep, conspires with Lucifer. Seek out Samael. Unravel this plot. Serve the balance. Show them the price of defying the Council.
Samael's fortress is under attack.
The Council could have mentioned that.
His enemies are many, but few could muster the forces to attack him directly.
Well, guess it's not going to be an in-and-out conversation then.
Not likely.
One thing's for sure, we aren't using the front door. Let's get closer and see what we find. It looks like the battle's been going on for a while.
The front walls still hold. Samael's forces will be drawn there, weakening his defenses elsewhere.
Wait, are you suggesting we sneak in? Good call, but that doesn't sound like you.
It's strategic.
Right.
So as you can see guys, the game is running without any issue. And I am getting 100 plus FPS for CGI cutscenes and 30 to 32 FPS during in-game cutscenes. And this number is similar with or without screen record. However, in case of gameplay, I am getting 33 to 37 FPS on average with screen record. Without screen record, I was getting 38 to 40 FPS on average. Darksiders Genesis is a top-down hack-and-slash action role-playing video game developed by American studio Airship Syndicate and published by THQ Nordic. The game was released for Stadia and Windows on 5th December 2019 and was released on the Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4 and Xbox One on 14 February 2020. It is considered as a spin-off prequel game in the Darksiders series and introduces the fourth horseman of Apocalypse, Strife, as the protagonist. Strife can summon his brother, War.
Side of these demons are.
How should we know? They all look the same. Sorry, that was insensitive. That's a long way down.
Be careful. I don't want to climb back up.
Well, yeah, dressed like that. This mission was thin. I don't like it.
Nor do I. Perhaps the Council trusts we'll make do?
Or they're testing us. Still.
We're bound now as enforcers of the balance. Test or not, we follow orders.
Hey, I know what I signed up for. I'm just saying.
For now, our concern is with Samael, if he's still alive.
I guarantee whoever's attacking Sammy
is underestimating him. We won't.
Now, let's talk about the story. After the Four Horsemen wiped out the Nephilim in Eden, War and Strife are summoned by the Charred Council to investigate a suspected scheme by Lucifer. The Demon King is believed to be plotting with the Hell's Masters to upset the balance. The Horsemen first confront Samael, only to find him under attack by Moloch. Samael denies any alliance with Lucifer and sends them to the void to meet his associate, Vulgrim. Vulgrim guides them to gather artifacts to trace Lucifer's movements, leading them to confront and kill Mammon, Belial and Dagon, all demon lords lured by Lucifer's promise of Eden. Along the way, they also encounter Abaddon, guardian of Eden, who seeks their help in cleansing corruption. With Samael's aid, they eventually defeat Moloch, who reveals that Lucifer's plan is already complete. Samael explains that Lucifer bargained for the souls of Hell's Masters and, with Lilith's help, used them to create Animus, an artifact that corrupts humanity. Realizing too late, War and Strife witness mankind already fallen into sin, just as Lucifer intended. Returning to the Charred Council, the Horsemen are told that humankind must now be watched as the Third Kingdom. To preserve the balance, the Council forges the Seven Seals, binding heaven, hell, and the Council under a treaty. The Horsemen are declared enforcers of this pact, foreshadowing the events of the latter games.
Take your head!
Samael certainly knows how to make an impression.
How much do you think those big old lava towers cost? I'd like to get some for my place.
Why not ask the Lord of Blackstone Keep?
Now let's talk about the gameplay. Played from a top-down perspective, the game allows players to switch between Strife and War at any time. Strife uses his pistol, Mercy and Redemption, while War uses his sword, Chaos Eater. Alternatively, two players can play the game in a co-op mode, with each player taking the role of one of the characters. Once the player has killed enough enemies, they are allowed to use burst abilities which allow them to take down enemies quicker. The game currency is souls, which can be earned by killing enemies that will spawn before the player. Platforming elements similar to previous games make a return, and certain gameplay mechanics such as bombs are present too. Darksiders Genesis received generally positive reviews. Aggregating review website Metacritic gave the PC version 77 out of 100. On the other hand, IGN gave it a score of 8.7 out of 10, stating that Darksiders Genesis may lack the polish and the flair of its numbered brethren, but make no mistake, this is still a Darksiders game and it's one of the best. There's really strong balance of great combat, clever puzzles, rich exploration and excellent progression mechanics that keep its momentum going strong through its entire 15 hours runtime. GameSpot gave the game 7 out of 10, praising the combat, art and writing, while criticizing the overhead camera.
Why in the hell?
A hollow fiend! Get back!
And here comes the first boss fight of this game. Here I need to state my opinion regarding this game. I have played and completed all the main Darksiders games, including Darksiders 1 War Mastered Edition and Darksiders 2 Definitive Edition. All of them are third-person hack and slash titles, which I absolutely love. But I never tried Darksiders Genesis until now, mainly because of the top-down approach taken by the developers. I don't understand why they had to change a formula that was already successful. Yes, I get that Strife primarily uses guns, but he can fight with melee weapons too. And the game even includes War, the same character we played in the first game. So why switch away from the franchise's trademark hack and slash combat style? For me, the top-down gameplay just doesn't fit with Darksiders. And that's why this is my least favorite entry in the series. I know it's considered as a spin-off, but even then, I wish they had stuck with the traditional third-person style that made the series great.
More of those.
We've delayed long enough. We must reach Samael soon.
A door that pretentious can only lead to our boy Samael. Sneaking in was a good idea.
We didn't sneak. We made a strategic approach. And still killed plenty along the way.
Fair.
Perhaps I was foolish in not accepting his offer.
My lord, the council!
Guess you didn't hear us knocking.
Ah, Horseman. What brings the loyal servants of the Council to my door?
The Council believes you scheme with Lucifer against humanity. Against the balance. Do you deny it?
Horseman, such base villainy is beneath me. I admit, I am intrigued by your accusation. Unfortunately, I find myself a bit under siege at the moment.
By Moloch? How'd you manage to let a bottom feeder like that get the upper hand? No offense.
An excellent question. I could venture a guess.
I told you this day would come, Samael. I, Moloch, have come to claim your head and your kingdom.
Go, Find my associate within the void. We will continue our discussion after I drive my sword through Moloch's skull. Perhaps then we will have an answer to your question.
So that's it guys, I am going to wrap up the gameplay video here. With it, I have completed playing all Darksiders games on integrated graphics card. In future, I might bring a compiled gameplay video of Darksiders franchise. Hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow with a new gameplay video. Till then, take care, tata and happy games.